So I'm sanding this table. So I asked, and are you putting weight on it? She said, yeah, I am, right here. Did I say, that's not true, it was over here? No, of course not. We have this illusion that there's this direct correlation between how a statement is made or a belief is presented and how sure the speaker is of that belief. So I'm sanding this table, and I haven't sanded anything in about 8 years. And I don't think I used a tool when I did it. So I Googled a video because when I was first doing it, I didn't think I was quite doing it right. And also I was putting in little indentations into the wood. So I watched a video. It said, do not use an orbital sander before watching this. In the video it said, put no pressure. Don't put any pressure on here because then that slows down the rotor speed. So don't put pressure, just use your hands to guide. Also, you move it about 1 inch per second, but even after watching the video, I wasn't really getting it. I felt like I wasn't really getting results. So then my host, Kat, came over, spoke of course in Humanese, said, have you had experience doing this? I said, no. She said, okay, well then I'm just gonna show you a little something. I said, yeah. She said, you can actually move faster. She showed me like this. Indeed, it was going faster. I felt like she was putting her weight on it. So I asked, and are you putting weight on it? She said, yeah, I am, right here. Did I say, that's not true, it was over here? No, of course not. So that's number one. Number two, did I then say, oh, did I watch a YouTube video that said don't put weight on it? Nope. And when she said that if I do it the way that I'm doing it, where I was going a lot slower, she said that might overheat the motor. Did I ask, what do you mean? Nope. That's number three. And then number four, because I was wondering, wait, but if I put weight on it, doesn't the motor have to work harder to turn this thing? I have no idea. I honestly don't know. I don't know anything about tools or motors or anything outside of here. Did I ask that? Nope. And the interaction, therefore, went well. So now, what am I going to do? I got other shit to do, so I'm just going to put weight on it and move quickly, as instructed. Now, as I sand, am I struggling? Am I struggling with all those questions? Am I wondering about the motor? Am I wondering whether I misunderstood the video? Am I wondering whether in some way they're both saying the same thing? Am I concerned that if I misunderstood her instruction and violate what the video said and do a bad job, will I feel bad about that, all that stuff? Absolutely. Something to do while I sand. By the way, in case Humanese is the only language that you speak, how I would have done it is, you'll go faster if you move more, and you put pressure on it. I would have just come over and said that, rather than coming over. Can I say something? Do you have experience doing this? Okay, I'm just gonna show you something. We have this illusion that there's this direct correlation between how a statement is made or a belief is presented and how sure the speaker is of that belief. Now, in some languages, that's incorporated into the language. If you saw it firsthand or not, or, and I think, languages should include some kind of confidence level, or even just evidence. Anyway, but I think that correlation is bullshit. I picture the people who present their opinions. Personally, I just believe this, and that's just my opinion. And I'm imagining that versus people who say, oh, blank is true, or oh, that would be better. And I'm not sure there is the correlation that you would suspect. I don't even think, probably there is a correlation. I think a lot of other factors determine how confident the person actually is. But just the way that sort of a metaphor I had for it that I thought was interesting is if I'm like, oh, here's a glove, right? Okay, that's the second person. And the first person is like, oh, well, just like personally, like, here's a glove. Anyway, I feel like the whole gentleness with which some people present what they think to be true, especially when they add stuff like personally, and it's my opinion, it's my belief, that gentleness might not actually be a gentleness toward you, but a gentleness they have and expect for their idea. And there is an implicit entitlement to maintaining this thing. And so they treat it as almost very delicate, like, all right, I'm gonna share what I think. You better not fucking question it. But we don't see that until you question it, and then they start to throw off weird vibes until they explode with frustration. And then there are some people who will say, blank is true. And then you say, no, it's not. Look at blank. And they'll go, oh, okay, yeah, okay. So, I know we like to judge people's confidence in their ideas based on how they're presented. I don't know how founded that is in reality.